Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's after Christmas. We're done. Or holidays. It's after the holidays. And me and D are done with 2019.
We are done. Finished.
Screw this year.
Exactly.
I'm just gonna, before we get into our topic, I just want to say one thing. Is it me or was this year like very uneventful?
Yeah, it was the same for me because this was a month where, this was a year where I actually like experienced poverty for like the first time as an adult, and for like 3 months, and that shit sucked, dude.
Yeah. Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, but hey, I'm back on track, so fuck it.
See, there's one thing about you, D. Once you hit the shit, you don't stay in it. You just like, okay, I hit rock bottom. Let me get up, dust off my fucking pants, and tackle this day. While I got kids in the background.
Right, but kids, they're gonna have fun. You know how kids are.
Oh yeah. But D,
Yeah,
tell us, what are we going to talk about today?
we gotta talk about Fortnite. We talked about a lot of games. We talked about so many games.
This episode
so many
by
systems.
Epic,
right.
Epic Store.
We're sponsored by Fortnite. Let's go.
We're sponsored by Epic Games. Hell the fuck we're not. They're gonna reach out to us. Hell the fuck y'all not.
But that would be dope if they really did sponsor us. We need a really good sponsor.
Oh yeah, Mark is working on it. Give him time.
Yeah, we need to like sell dick pills or something. No, I'm joking.
I was trying to think of something. I had nothing to come in mind. I was like, fuck. I was trying to get a name. Oh man. But let's get into it. Fortnite. All right, D. So why do you want to talk about Fortnite? What was up? What caught your attention?
All right, what caught my attention was I saw a documentary on YouTube about Fortnite and how they were saying that this was like the biggest game in gaming history, and it's like millions of dollars on the line in tournaments and things like that. And I thought it was really interesting, so I just kind of wanted to bring it up to you,
Yeah.
Because you're the true nerd. You know all about this tech. You know all about gaming and everything. So I wanted to discuss
all about it. But, I want to toot, what is it called? Like, toot my own horns.
Right. Yeah, toot your own horn.
But, yeah, let's just jump right into it. So I'm going to go ahead and start with my view on Fortnite. And I don't know if it's in a line because I never saw the documentary. And we'll definitely add a link in the bottom so folks can check it out if they want to. So for me, I tried Fortnite. I remember when I think it was like season 3 when they did their Battle Royale mode. But before, Fortnite was this like third person action defense game type thing, and where you stay in a place, you build up the walls and stuff, and you hold out against the zombie horde, just constant wave of them, and that's how it started. But it was in beta mode for a long ass time, especially that this game was, I think, announced in 2011 and took its sweet ass time to release. But then when they dropped it with Battle Royale, I guess they were just, they're like, we got to do something with this game. We got to drop it somehow. And boom. They did the Battle Royale mode and it fucking stood. To the point that every game had to make a Battle Royale mode because, what was it? After, I think, season 4 when it got popular, the money from season 4 that they made was something million, but then when season 5 rolled around, it shot up to like, I want to say the 3-digit million instead of the 2-digit million. I think when season 3 dropped. So as the new seasons were coming by, and new animations, new characters, all this other stuff, new weapons, changing the gameplay mode, all this other stuff, it literally attracted a lot of people. Not just kids, but also adults in general who were just playing it because they just thought it was fun. Oh shit, I could build a wall if I'm getting shot at. Build the wall. And then go up the ramp or whatever and start shooting at the other guys and try to see if he could be number one. Like my brother's a casual gamer. He's more into sports. And when I found out that this kid was playing Fortnite, I was like, yo, what the fuck?
Right, like, oh shit.
I was like, dude, I used to play that back in the day before. I'm not trying to sound like a hipster or anything, but it was like I used to play back in the day. But at that time, Destiny was still a major game I was playing. So I kept switching back and forth between Destiny and Fortnite.
Right.
So when he started playing it, I'm like, fuck it, I'll join you guys. I'll show off my skills. And then I seen how much they changed. I was like, holy shit. And my brother's wiping people off the floor. I'm with his crew. They're fighting. I'm first one dying. I'm getting pissed. The next thing you know, I'm getting used to it. And because my brother was into it, I was like, man, maybe this could be a time I could, I haven't gamed with my brother since we were kids. So this is,
Right.
this is another time this is a cool time for us to bond and stuff, play. And that's what we did. We played it was every now and then. Now it's rarely because Fortnite really doesn't attract me. I still have it on my system because my cousins, my younger cousin, my nephew, when they come by, even my baby sister, like they'll play Fortnite and whatever on the PlayStation. I just let them play. Or other times I'll look at it and see my brother's on with his crew. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it, I'll join them. And I'll see if they have a 4-man squad. If they don't have a 4-man squad, I'm not joining. Well, if they don't have a fourth person, I'm joining. But if they don't need a fourth person, I'm like, all right, cool. I'll just play something else or watch videos or whatever.
Yeah, and you actually brought up a lot of interesting points, and I want to bring it back to the beginning of what you were saying of how the game used to be.
Yep.
Because in the documentary, they were saying that, well, the creators said that a popular game at that time was like the Call of Duty, like the zombie horror mode. And then
Yeah.
that's pretty much how they developed the game based off of that kind of fundamental idea of that gameplay style. And then all of a sudden, it just went to this battle royale, and then that's when everybody just, fucking loved it.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
And it's crazy how everybody else tried to do their own battle royale game, and a lot of them failed because it's like y'all were a little too late.
Exactly.
To be honest, it's like Battlefield dropped theirs, Call of Duty dropped theirs. Who else? EA dropped theirs with Apex, which actually a lot of Fortnite folks went over, but then left. I don't know if they mentioned this in the documentary, but Apex surpassed Fortnite, but it wasn't for long. It stood at number 1 or number 2, like on Twitch, most viewed, but then even most counted players, but then it dropped and people went back to Fortnite.
Oh wow, I didn't even know that. And yeah, they never brought that up in the documentary.
Yeah, because people, what was it? When Apex dropped and it started getting names, it blew up. Now that game became the fastest. Since it was it's a free to play game. It was one of the most fastest downloaded games in the world. PC console, whatever that you could play it on. It just blew the fuck up there. But after what was I think it was after about it was like 5 months of its release, or less than that. Population dropped. It dropped.
Damn. Do you have an idea as to why did it drop?
There wasn't nothing different. After 5 months, I'm guessing it's by the what was it? Who? Respawn, I think it was Respawn Entertainment or Respawn Software. I forgot the little name, but it was Respawn, the same folks who created Titanfall. And I'm guessing they didn't think it was gonna blow up this fast, and they didn't have like a lot of content for people to begin with. So once you don't have a lot of content for people to grab, people are just gonna lose interest and then leave. So that's what happened. People lost interest and they left because even though if you started Fortnite in season 5, you could still get content from season 1 by random drops and shit like that, completing missions and matches. It was like, oh shit, I got a new spray paint or a new dance or a new costume or a new character. But these are all from like past seasons, so they already had all this content built up. Where Apex dropped and didn't have enough content. Then Apex dropped, their season 2 to try to grab more players, and I think it did, but not enough as Fortnite did when they dropped their new season. I think one of the biggest ones was after when the black hole hit, and Fortnite went unplayable for I think maybe a month or 2. And
shit!
Yeah, it went unplayable. I think it was for like a month. I want to say it was about a month, and that was due to a marketing stunt. Now they're not gonna say it, but it was due to a marketing stunt. Because why
Mm-hmm.
else would you not make the game playable to your player base? And they
Right.
were changing the whole thing, and they changed it for the better. They changed the user interface. They changed graphics and lighting. I think the graphics had a slight improvement when they changed it, but it was still the same. One thing that they really did change it was the lighting. Now most folks don't understand this in video games, but you can
Mm-hmm.
still have the shitty graphics. But when you change the lighting or upgrade the lighting effects, it really changes the game. It changes it visually.
Ah.
So that's why the game still looks the same. And the graphics look like, oh man, the graphics look a bit better. No, it's the lighting. They morphed the lighting. They upgraded the lighting and morphed it. So that's why it kind of gives it that cartoony but yet realistic look and feel.
No, that makes a lot of sense. Just like well, for the new PS5, they were basically talking about the graphics, and they were just talking about how they developed this technology where the light bounces off of certain surfaces,
Yep.
and then it kind of creates that realistic looking feel
Yeah.
without them exactly, working on the graphics in particular. It's just the brightness and how it kind of bounces off of surfaces.
Yeah. Like for example, there was one for the PS5. I think it was. It was like no, not PS5. It was so. Remember the Spider-Man demo they showed?
Yeah, it's dope as fuck.
Yeah. So that in that game, they people went to the same spot as in the trailer and noticed it was different, less water, blah blah blah. But Insomniac told them like it's the same thing. The only difference we did was change the lighting, and the lighting will do that. Now the lighting they
Mm.
changed it due to whatever changes in the game, but it was due to the lighting. Now for the PS5, I did hear. Well, in that next generation of the graphics, especially that new game, I think it's called like Fallen Gods or some shit like that.
Yeah,
Uh,
it looks dope.
that game, yeah, it looks dope, and also it's they said the lighting, the effects, how they were able to have this fog, but use the lighting as well and to keep it at a high res texture versus current now. There's more, it's still low res texture. I feel
Hmm.
like every generation of consoles or even graphics or technology in general, um, certain games cannot, evolve past a certain point because it's like
Right.
okay, now we could use high res textures for this, but oh, when it comes to this we still got to use low res texture because the game, you know be it a console or the certain PC can't run it. And then
Right.
as generations pass, people are able to do that, upgrades to the engine, to the coding and all this other stuff. It really changes the game. So when it came to Fortnite, that really changed the game after they did that whole like black hole, make the game unplayable for about a month. I think it was. I'm not, like I said, I don't play Fortnite, so don't take my word
Hmm.
for it being out for a month. But I want to say it was about a month.
No, and we are going to take your word for it because you're the expert. But no,
Do your own research. Don't just listen to Tank here.
but I never actually played Fortnite either. But I always used to look at Ninja because he was famous for playing Fortnite with Drake and
Yeah,
everybody like that, and that's kind of how I got familiar.
that's
So
what
I
blew
kind
him
of
up.
right, and I got addicted to just looking at all of the content that was on YouTube regarding Fortnite instead of actually playing it myself. And it looks like you gotta have a very high skill level to know when to build things up, and
Oh
it's a
yeah,
resource game pretty much.
yeah, and that whole, let's just say to this day, because I don't play it much, like I said, I still can't wrap my head over the building mechanics. It's like, this is so difficult. Where for
Right,
others, you see in the game, be it on controller or freaking mouse and keyboard, you see them build a fucking, you see them build an Eiffel Tower within like 2 seconds.
exactly.
You're like, yo, this is unfair.
Right.
But yeah,
And they were also saying that in the documentary because you now have teams or whatever that compete against each other
yeah,
during the battle royales and stuff like that.
yep,
And the actual developers of the game said that they get the team and they teach them certain aspects of the game to improve it. And one of those aspects is building. So then they would just go with just plain old building for a few weeks till they get that part down.
yeah,
And then they just started working on the shooting and all the other aspects of the game
yeah.
because yeah, it's a very huge important part of that game.
No, it is because that building mechanic really changed the game. when it came to that Battlefield, that Battle Royale mode, because other games, for example, PUBG was one. Minecraft had a Battle Royale mode called Hunger
Yep.
Games. Like, those are all pretty cool, but Fortnite's building mechanic really made it different. And then even after Fortnite's building mechanic, there was really nothing like it. Everybody else had other Battle Royale modes where you just run around, shoot each other, and maybe duck for cover here and there. But other than that, you weren't able to build your own cover. I think Battlefield 5 had it, but it wasn't as enticing. I think people wanted it to be. And it just
Right.
flopped. I think it was called like Firestorm mode or some shit like that.
Yeah, because it's kind of like all of these ideas of of building your own stuff. It's kind of based off of this idea that puts in people's minds, which is they just see it as a Fortnite mechanic, no matter what type of video game it's in.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like when you're replicating it, they're kind of looking at you like you're trying to steal somebody's idea or their creativity and stuff like that. So
Look at it this way. Coca-Cola and Pepsi.
right.
It's going to be weird, but look at it this way. You know how when you go to a restaurant and they ask you, what would you like to drink?
Mm-hmm.
What is the first thing you say?
Well, for me, I'll just say a Coke. Or then they tell me sometimes that they'll be like, we don't have Coke, we have Pepsi. And it's like, dude, I don't care.
But did you hear yourself?
No, go ahead and repeat it for me because I didn't peep it.
When I asked you the question, when you go to a restaurant, the first thing and they ask you what you would like to drink, and the first thing you said was a Coke. And they responded, sometimes they have it, sometimes they don't. And when they responded with Pepsi products, look at it this way. Fortnite is Coke of the Battle Royale industry. Or the Battle Royale
I
community.
like that.
No matter what, you could go ahead and try all these other Battle Royales. Be it Pepsi,
Right.
RC, Coca-Cola, and other products.
Fago. Fago.
Mr. Peeps,
Yep, Mr. Peeps. We're sponsored by Mr. Peeps.
Dr. Pepper, all these other. You could go ahead and try all these other Coke products, all these dark Coke products, soda products. But if your love is always Coke, you're always gonna ask for Coke. Look at Fortnite.
Yeah, that's true.
A lot of people love Fortnite. People enjoy it. So when they hear about other Battle Royale modes, don't get me wrong, they'll go and try it. But then when they're like, I'd rather have my Coke, and they would go back.
No, that's a really good analogy too, because that's pretty much what it is. It's we associate Battle Royale with Fortnite. And if you try to do anything that's Battle Royale, we just think, nah, Fortnite is the originator, air quotes, because that's what we, believe.
Yeah. And it's, I'm going back to the whole, soda products, but it's like, here in the, even in the Midwest, we call it pop, but at other times, when we're trying to describe something, we'll just ask, hey, you got any Coke? And of course, somebody be like, yeah, I got Coca-Cola's in the fridge. Or, nah, dude, I got Pepsi or RC, but go ahead and help yourself. And you just go ahead and help yourself. But deep down in your mind, you're like, man, I really want that Coke.
Or when you say Coke, they pull out a little baggie out their pocket.
Hey, bro, I wasn't talking about that, bro. Oh, my bad. I thought you wanted to have a good time. I thought you wanted to wake up. Nah, I'm good. All right, cool. But I do got Coca-Cola in the fridge. You can go ahead and get some. You turn around, you walk, and next thing you know, all you hear is just a... Oh, my God. My boy did not just... He just walk in the living room. He's just like, you good? Oh, I'm great.
Right.
All right, before we leave
that
and go
person's
out...
fantastic.
Before we go out, hold on. Oh, I need to get the fuck out of this house. This motherfucker's just... that boy ain't right.
Right, that boy ain't right. Abort.
Get him some milk.
Oh,
God.
Yeah, but it's just these video games. But I also wanted to talk about a downfall that they also brought up into the documentary briefly.
Go ahead.
And a lot of the pro players were pretty much saying that could Fortnite keep up with having all of this extra content added within the video game? Because in order for them to beat all of the other competitors that do Battle Royale, they beat them by having so much content of so many dances and in different costumes and all of this customization.
That
And the
might
real
hit a
question is, could they keep it up?
yeah.
And I don't think that they could.
It's like all games, bro. Once you run out of ideas, you just start fucking figuring something out. One thing Destiny did, and we both know Destiny, bro. They didn't really have a lot of content, um,
So true.
but Destiny has brought back old weapons and then retooled them to the modern weapon system now than it was before. Random
Hmm.
rolls, different perks, things like that. Cool.
Right.
And that's how they kept their content going. Like they'll make some new shit. Once they run out of deals with new shit, they'll bring back some old shit and bring them up to speed with the new mechanics. I think that's one way. I think that's what Fortnite gonna be doing. They will possibly bring back old shit and just tool it different. And it's like, here you go, have fun. Because they're gonna hit a creative. They're gonna hit a creative wall. They're gonna hit it, especially with that game that big and how much content that it has, and they're trying to add
Exactly.
more. Hell, right now game modes. They fucking remember when they had Thanos. They got Star
Yeah.
Wars. You know
Right.
they're gonna do their damnness and like try to keep it as popular as possible. And it's still one of the most popular games out there.
Yeah, you're right.
Be
And
it
I
that
also
most
wanted to.
gamers, my bad, but be it as most
No, go
gamers
ahead.
want to leave battle royale games in 2019.
Yeah, that's why it's a big game, but I'm just not sure if they could keep up with all of this content added in the game time and time again, even though they will eventually, I'm guessing, like you said, add older content and probably put it in there, but I just don't think that it's a sustainable model or
It's not.
business model.
It's something. It's a band aid. That's all it is.
Right. And the thing about band-aids is a band-aid can't fix a broken arm.
Nope. That it cannot.
Right, but you also mentioned another game that I kind of wanted to get into, and also I have never played this, but Minecraft.
I played
From
it
my
and I love it.
knowledge, yes, everybody that told me, well, everybody that played the game said that they love it. But what do you love about that game?
That I could lose myself in it for hours on end. One thing about me is, so when I play Minecraft, I really don't do creative mode. I do survival mode, and I start.
Uh huh.
First thing I do is find a decent spot, and I'll start, building a home either out of mud or well, either out of dirt or wood or anything like that. Like the first thing I do is find a spot, build a place, and then after that, it's building a farm. Once I build the farm, I go mining for goods, things like that. Better my equipment. Maybe go once I find some diamonds, make a pickaxe, do the make a portal to the nether realm, go through there, all this other shit. And I just slowly build up, and there's times where, I started off like literally in a motherfucking mud hut and just blew up and like, holy shit, Tank, this is your place, this is my place, that's your farm, that's my farm. And that's what I was
Oh,
good
that's
at.
pretty dope.
I know what I really, really, really miss: gaming with another
What?
person.
Ah, okay.
Minecraft is actually pretty fucking fun when you game with multiple people because now everybody has a certain job. Everybody's doing certain things different. So my good friend like PK, back when Minecraft came out on PS3, both my guys, Knight and PK, we will fucking get in Minecraft and just go and have a fun good time. One of my favorite, my boy Knight, he wasn't all that great with it, but he played it with us because he enjoyed like hanging out with us. But dude, it was like the funniest fucking times that this cat would just fucking die, and we'll see in the bottom corner like Night had try to swim in lava, or Night drowned, or Night this, or Night that, and dude, I would just die laughing because they
That's
always had
that,
something funny. Like when you died, it was like, oh, D tried to swim in water. I mean, D tried to swim in lava. Like I would lose my shit.
yeah, but is it similar to No Man's Sky? Because I heard that,
Better.
All right, and what makes it better? Because remember, both of us,
We both
back
have.
history for the audience. Yeah, me, well, I personally thought that No Man's Sky was going to be like the greatest game of like the 21st century type shit.
To find out it was the most shittiest game of the 20th century, 21st century type shit. No,
Exactly.
so for Minecraft, it's the mechanics. Like even when it first started off, people were able to program using these things called redstones and switches and all this other stuff in the game and create these elaborate, gadgets and not gadgets, but like these elaborate fucking devices and constructions and all using this redstone and you're able to utilize the same thing. Like, hold on, I want to turn my, I don't want to use torches in my house, I want to make light bulbs. I could do light bulbs. This is what I have to do, and boom, next you know, your fucking house went from having torches in there to now you have fucking light bulbs.
Oh
And you
shit,
can
that's
have
dope.
it with a switch. Like you press the switch and it'll turn on the light bulbs or turn it off. Or you can even set it where a timer and where you time something for like a trap door or anything like that. You can even like create booby traps and all this other shit, and it's pretty fucking dope. There's so much in that game, and they just kept adding on and adding on more enemies, more resources, more things. They even changed the things, like they added enchantments and where you can make your body armor and your sword more effective in like fighting or protecting or even mining or digging, whatever. They added different fruits. They added different food and even wildlife to hunt, so you can have different meats. For example, you could hunt rabbits and get rabbit legs. You could hunt before they had, what was the animal? Lambs. And you couldn't kill them. If you kill a lamb, you didn't get any lamb meat. All you got was wool. Then they added lamb meat. Now, when you kill a lamb, you get wool and meat.
Oh, that's dope.
Where before that wasn't even a thing. They added salmon. Like if you go fishing, you could get a puffer fish, which you could use to make poisonous potions. You could get a cod or even a salmon. Hell, you could go swim and now see salmon and dolphins and octopus. Octopus was one of the first swimming enemies, swimming mobs that they were, but they weren't aggressive. They just swim away from you if you want to attack them. Then they started adding so much more, like underwater, like plants. Before the underwater was just barren, didn't really have anything. Now there's weeds and coral. They literally changed the whole fucking game, and it gets better and better as it ages. And it's crazy because this game is still one of the most popular games worldwide.
Yeah, that's definitely true. And I guess to get to a more of a finance side, so the person who created Minecraft, right?
Yeah.
He wanted this mansion, and so did Jay-Z and Beyonce. So, well, and this is also a quick lesson for everybody as far as finance too, so they can kind of get the story and it ties into Minecraft. So, the mansion costs I think $20 million,
Yeah.
and Jay Z and Beyonce wanted it. So, the thing about people with networking businesses and stuff like that, sometimes you have to sell equity in order to get cash.
Yeah.
So, if a person has a net worth of $1 billion, that doesn't necessarily mean that they have access to
To
a
a
billion
billion
dollars
dollars.
cash. Right, exactly. Like typically, like a billionaire probably couldn't even have access to $60,000 cash if he wanted to because everything could be so tied up.
Yeah.
But but anyway, so Jay Z he wanted to sell percentages of the team that he was, the team that he owned and things like that in order to get the actual house. The person who developed Minecraft said, "Look, I got $20 million cash," and he got the goddamn house.
That's my boy.
You can't beat cash.
No, you can't. And look at that. They got beat by a gamer.
Right. And on top of that, they also said that the developer actually has like a replica of his home, of his mansion inside of the actual game as well, which is pretty cool.
I'm looking up his name, Minecraft creator. Like, I should know his name. Marcus Person. That's him.
Person is his last name.
Persson. They call him Notch. That's what I was trying to look for. His name is Notch. Yeah, and he sold it. Here's the crazy part. He made Minecraft. So this all idea started. It was just more like a resource game, 3D. He wanted those cheapy graphics because it was a blast to the past, and then it blew up. And I think it had many names, and then Minecraft stuck. But when Microsoft bought them, That's when he was like, I'm done. I made my millions and I'm retiring. And
Right.
sure
And
the
I don't
fuck,
blame him.
look at that. He bought a $20 million mansion and now is just like living off royalties. He's probably right now on top of a balcony, smoking a cigar, drinking some brandy, and, you know, banging somebody of his choice.
Exactly. But it just goes to show you about, is having access to cash is really important instead of just having all of your money tied up into businesses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's like I said, he had 20 million cash.
You know what that reminds me of?
What?
Remember the Fox buyout?
No,
This
I
when
don't.
20th Century Fox, when Disney bought 20th Century Fox, Disney offered, I think it is Fox or something like that. Disney offered them, I think it was like something $1 million, and the
Hmm.
rest in stock. Because I think, well, how much did they buy Fox? I think it was like something billion, but I think they offered them something million in cash and the rest in stocks, in Disney
Right.
stocks. And then fucking Comcast comes through and says, nah, fuck the bullshit. I'll give you right now. And I think it was like something $1 billion in cash.
Right.
Cash. And because of that, when Comcast came through, or Xfinity, bro, that extended the negotiations between Disney and Fox.
That's interesting. Like I said, cash is goddamn king.
But Fox didn't take it and, sold 20th Century to Disney.
Oh, well, that doesn't go to my whole theory. You
Yeah, I
made
know.
me feel bad.
No, but because of that, no, it does go to your theory, but because of that, it elongated the negotiations. Because then you got somebody who's going to offer you even more money and pay you in cash, where you have another party that's just going to offer you some cash and then mostly stocks.
Right.
So it's like, who do you choose? So I guess that's what happened. That would have been funny if 20th Century said, we're going to go to Comcast.
Right. But yeah, but I guess you got to weigh out your options because certain things for me, I wouldn't mind taking stocks and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
Just like another random finance tangent or whatever.
Until you
So,
find out that the company you invested stocks in starts losing money due to a certain franchise that's failing, and now people are panicking, and now you're like, fuck, why didn't you just take the cash?
right. But I was just going to mention about like Warren Buffett and how special of a situation he's in. He could literally call any CEO and make a deal with him with something like this. It's like, hey, I want to invest $30 billion into your company, but I want the stocks to be discounted 40%. Can we make that happen?
Yeah.
And he could make that shit fucking happen and get those stocks at a discounted rate.
For a moment, I thought you were going to go with Warren Buffett and the stuff that he was like. I thought, I got to tell you that up there, and I'm thinking in my head, the fuck, did he get another heart transplant? The motherfucker's like 80 years old.
No, but he doesn't have a predecessor though, so then that's what's shaking people up right now.
Maybe he doesn't want to have a predecessor. Maybe he just wants to be like, figure this shit out your own, like I did.
Right, fuck it. It's like, yo, I did all of this shit on my own. Fuck it. Who needs a
You could do
predecessor?
the same. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's why
because
they're building algorithms to fucking vote like him, Jesus, to invest like him and look at the stock as he does.
yeah, you're right, but it's like as good or as great as technology is, nothing really is going to surpass, the intricacies of a human being. It's like you can't replicate everything, through an algorithm or through a code and things like that.
Yeah.
Even though it is better in some ways, but in some aspects, it just doesn't match our intricacy of being a human being.
No,
So I would choose Warren Buffett over a robot any goddamn day.
of course. Because the algorithm is set to like look at stocks how he does, but then again, it doesn't have the human nature part of it. Warren
Right.
Buffett might be like, you know what, this company's gonna be pretty good to look at, and the robot will see the same thing, and the robot would invest. But then Warren Buffett's like, wait a minute, it has that intuition that it's just something's like not right, And he's like, you know what? I'll take my money somewhere else, invest in something else. And then he does that. The robot who invests in a company who saw like he saw it, next thing you know, company fucking flops.
Yeah, you're right. You can't build an algorithm for, a gut feeling.
Nope. No, you can. And we all had gut feelings.
Right. And that gut feelings, well, I can only speak for myself, but all my gut feelings were correct 100% of the time.
See, that's the crazy part. Is when it's like, yo.
Right.
As I hear you drink a cup of water.
I was trying to be slick with it.
I literally went silent right after he, like, I'm okay. I'm like, is he going to say something? Or gulp? Oh, I heard that.
I was trying to be so slick, so I backed up away from the mic and everything. And also, audience, I got this whole brand new setup, so I hope it sounds really good.
It's
I
the
just
poor
want to
man
just
sound
bring
box.
that out. That's right, but I feel like it's going to sound really, really good. It's going to come out good.
It is. I'm hearing it, and it sounds really dope.
Thanks, man. But yeah, all of these video games, and what do you think is going to be the future of video games right now? Do you think it's still going to be battle royale, or do you think it's going
No,
to be something else?
not even. These are just trends. Battle Royale, all these games, they're just trends. Like, nothing. They're video game companies are trying to make live services a thing. They're trying to get rid of the single player story mode. They're trying to get rid of the whole
Hmm.
uh like what they call it, like wasteful games, like a one time use only, and then after that's it. They want to get rid of it. They want to be able to make a few games and keep those games as long as possible, and that the developers don't really have to do much, and let people spend all types of money on certain content that not going to even transfer over, people can't sell or resell or things like that. And that's how they make their billions. Hell, they make more money than movies, music, and other forms of entertainment combined.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm really glad that you brought up this point because the new feature of the PS5 is that you could download just certain aspects of the video game so so you don't have to deal with that really long downloading time.
Yeah,
So
they
if
did
you
it with the
just want
PS4. But it
Oh, I didn't
depend.
know that.
They did it with the PS4, but it depend on the developer. Like you could
Ah,
download, for example, like Call of Duty or whatever. Like you were able to download the game in parts. It's like, here you go. Now you have an option. Do you want to download the whole game? Do you just want to download the multiplayer, or do you just want to download the single player at the moment? And you choose. When they first did it, they did it with Killzone. When you downloaded Killzone digitally, you were able to download either the story mode first, or the multiplayer, or one lump sum. It was up to you.
hmm.
And then when you decided, then it will continue downloading the second part, whatever was next. So if you're like, fuck it, I just want to do online mode. I want to try multiplayer before I do story. You do that. Once it downloads and completes, you could jump right into the game, play the story mode. Play the online mode while the story downloads.
I never knew that about the PlayStation 4. And
Yeah.
see, you learn something new every day. Every day.
And I know that was a major feature because now it's become bigger and bigger as more games are going to give you options to download what you want to download and play it.
Right. And also, have you played the game Anthem?
No, I haven't.
All right, it's one of the most disappointing games of all time.
That I know. I know. My boy bought it and he fucking hates it.
Yeah, it was terrible because when I played it, they had so many bugs and stuff at the beginning, and it almost felt like they didn't finish the game, and they just kind of gave us a beta, and they made us pay for a beta, and they
$60
made
beta.
us right a $60 beta that we had to struggle with for months until they got everything working together. But it was terrible.
No, it was. And I forget they're bringing it back with, I think they're calling it Anthem 2.0 or some shit like that. Um, but it failed, and I'll never forget. People were getting weapons, and the weapons were still like it was different names, same design. They're like, "Yo, what the hell? Like, why is this like this?" They're like, "Well, the game is in third person, and you really don't see your weapons, so we thought like it was mainly based on your what they're called javelin." The robotic suit. Like we thought,
Right.
it was just to focus more on the javelin, how you customize your javelin, this and this and that. But they're like, yeah, but y'all motherfuckers put a paywall on most of the most of the customization.
Exactly. They definitely did, and that's what I really didn't like about it because, yeah. Well, in general, I don't really like games where you have to pay for all of this extra content or and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just
And
I hate
here's
the
the thing,
paywall.
that's the future they want. They want you to be in the paywall. They want you to do all that just so they can make more money without making. They basically want to make more money and make less games. And you know what? It's happening. It's literally happening. Nobody really knows this. Nobody, like, not nobody, but some people are seeing this,
Right.
and it's annoying. It's like EA was one of the biggest developers out there. They made
100%.
hundreds of great games. And
True.
and here's the thing: they lost me as a customer when after Battlefield 1 came out.
Oh wow.
After that, and I heard all the other games and saw all the other games, I was like, yeah, no. And I since then, I never bought an EA game.
Wow.
Yep. And it's just me and my protest towards them. Like, I'm never gonna spend any of my money on EA because they want to go ahead and say dumb shit and also try to create this fucking service as their main thing so that way they can make more money and make less games. That's not how that works. Especially people who went into the gaming field did not want to go in there and make just one game and then have to fix that one game for their entire fucking career.
Right. Exactly.
They want to make multiple games. The thing is, they're making a hell of a lot more money and they're spending a whole lot less because they're not making as many games.
Right. And it was a big issue that was going on with Fallout 76. It was, they got this incomplete game, and then they also gave them a paywall, and you have to pay in order to play the game that was pretty much fixed.
Yeah.
That was corrected. And it was like, come on, y'all, get it together.
You want to hear something crazy? That most of these fucking blind ass gamers try to say
What?
that it's expensive to make a game. That you can't, they can't make all these high end games and graphics. Here's the thing: EA, Activision, Blizzard, Ubisoft, all these other ones. They're publicly traded. They're publicly traded companies.
Exactly. Which means that they have shareholders for the audience.
And you, being a shareholder yourself and an investor, you could go ahead into EA right now, look up the information, and see how much money was spent, how much money was earned, what you call it, what budget, what department had what budget, and things like that. And then
Mm-hmm.
from that analysis, and even see past and potential future of stock growth.
Right.
And you could be like, you know what? Right now their stocks are small. I could buy a couple because looking at their data sheet and everything and their predictions and blah blah blah, I might make a couple dollars more in this investment. Blah blah blah. Buy some stock. People are not noticing that in those documents they are spending less money to make games.
Oh, wow.
They're not spending more. They're spending less.
Ain't that some shit?
Why do you think they want to make mobile games?
Yeah, because that is the next big thing right now.
But why do you think they want to make mobile games? It's cheaper. With mobile games, you don't have to do all this R&D on like new technologies and new engines and all this other stuff. You don't have to do that anymore. You could just bring out some fucking cheapy ass engine and play it on the phone, make sure it looks okay, and then call it a day. You don't have to spend millions upon billions of dollars on just on some R&D just so some games could look good on PC or console, where you could just
Right.
go ahead and spend maybe $1 million on a mobile game and call it a day and make fucking 100 million because that mobile game blew up.
Right. And on top of that, you could pay a lot, for a lot more advertisement and marketing too, because you don't have to deal with the same exact budget. Yeah. So,
Exactly.
which I guess now that you said that, no wonder why every time I'm on YouTube, they're always showing me some damn game that I could download and shit from my phone. It's like, come on, y'all. But I get it.
No, exactly. It's like what's that one? I can't stand it anymore. But it's like Mobile Legends or some shit.
Yes, that shit is every fucking where.
That shit bothers me. Like, it annoys me. It's like, really? It's with, console or PC like graphics and a story that's reminiscence of the 90s. It's blah, blah, blah. It's like, fuck off. I tried it and disliked it.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was dumb. Like, I literally tried it. Let me see. I'm trying to see if I can find it. Was it this one? Definitely not this one. What the fuck was it? It's PUBG Mobile, bro. You can go ahead and play some PUBG.
I'm good. I'm
Raid
good on
Shadow
all of these
Legends.
games.
That's what it's fucking called. Raid Shadow Legends.
Yeah, I see previews and trailers for that shit all the time. Every time I'm on goddamn YouTube.
Select your hero. Battle against millions of people worldwide.
Yep.
Raid Mobile Legends. Download now in the App Store and Google Play Store. It's like,
Exactly.
really, dude? I'm fucking sick and tired of this same fucking. And they're like, what's up, guys? It's your boy Tank. Welcome to the channel. You know what we're about to do, but beforehand, let's get into the sponsor of today. The sponsor is Raid Shadow Legends. This game is so fucking awesome. I enjoyed it. Blah, 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 blah. Stick the money up my ass. Call it a day. Blah, blah, blah. Please download. It's like, the fuck, bro? I'm sick and tired of this shit.
Right.
But it's funny because I'm going to be that person like in maybe a few months.
Or you want to know what'd be funny? What if we advertise them on every episode and then to see how long, how long it would take to get like a cease and desist?
I know, right? Mark will fucking hate us. Mark will literally be like, yo, I just got a letter in my mailbox for this shit. Why? We didn't give him your address, motherfucker, down.
Oh, and can we talk about our gifts?
I wear the wait till Mark shows up.
All right, because I gave somebody something that's funny as hell, and I just can't wait.
All right, can we go ahead and just say
Somebody's
who
gonna
we
be
had, though?
Fuck it, let's do it.
Who did you have?
I had Mark.
I had you.
What?
Hey, I didn't. Hey, I'm sorry, bro. I'm broke right now. But when I get some money, I wanted to like show up to your crib and be like, "Hey, dude, want to hang out?" And I could be like, "Yo, yeah, fuck it, come on, come over to your crib and just give you your gift."
Oh, that would have been fire.
Yeah, I'm like, "See,
Wait,
have Merry Christmas." Your ass
I'm
would
gonna
have
tell you.
been
You want to know what Mark got?
what?
All right, so on Amazon, I found like this like woman necklace with like a unicorn,
Oh my god!
and it's all like rainbowish, like Takashi 6ix9ine-ish and shit.
Oh
It's like
god!
rhinestones, like
Yeah.
it's hella fake. I saw that shit for $2, and I just had to send it to Mark.
Oh man, I wonder who Mark got. So I didn't receive shit in the mail. Did you?
I didn't get shit in the
Because
mail.
I know I'm like we're not gonna get that lucky where all of us got each other. I'm like
Right. I
somebody.
doubt it.
I'm like I have a feeling somebody is gonna get two gifts.
I honestly thought that Mark was gonna get 2 gifts. To be honest with you.
I had a feeling like it wasn't gonna be you.
What?
Yeah, I had a feeling it wasn't gonna be you because I haven't received anything. So that means you got two gifts coming.
Oh shit. And I was also gonna get him a mom necklace, but I was like, no, I'm not gonna do my homie like that.
A mom necklace. You know when he listens to this afterwards and he'll be like, "Are you serious?" I can't wait for him to jump on and be like, "All right, which one of you fuckers gave me the rainbow necklace, the unicorn rainbow necklace for a fucking 13-year-old girl?"
Oh shit.
Did you
But
put your name on it, like from you?
Yeah, so it's ordered straight from Amazon, so it's probably gonna have my information as well as Mark's.
Okay.
From to.
Yeah, from douchebag to douchebag.
But I'm gonna feel like a true dick if he gave me like some really heartfelt like gift.
I know, right? He gonna be like, "Hey D, I know we haven't known each other for some while, but you're a really cool guy. Shout out to you, blah, blah, blah. Enjoy these. It's like some homemade cookies and some shit and like
Right.
real sensitive. And you're just like, fuck.
Right.
Mark, I'll send you some red wine.
Right. Because I would have to redeem it. If he do something really sweet, I would have to give him another gift and be like, "Fuck it, man, my bad."
Why he hangs the necklace in his truck, just puts it around the mirror, and just drives like that. Hey, if he does that, I'm like, yo, boss move.
Yeah, that is a boss move. You know, you gotta accept it. And when he hears his cast, it's gonna be funny as hell when he receives his gift.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, what the fuck?
Because I swore I was just gonna get him that mom necklace, but I was like, I'm not gonna do him like that.
Number one, mom. Mom, I think somebody brought something for you.
Right.
Nah, that ain't for me, son. That's yours.
Or get him like some fake ultrasounds or some shit.
Fake. Oh, dude, don't do that. Oh man, that would have been awesome though. That would have been awesome. That would have probably started a fight.
Right.
His one would be like, "Who the fuck is this?" Babe, I have no idea. Oh, really? There goes D, fucking up relationships.
You know, all for a good prank, right?
All for the lows.
That's what it's all about. You got to get your lows.
You gotta get your lows.
Your lows with your highs. You like what I did there.
Yeah, you did nice. You did nice.
You know, I used to be a rapper, you know.
I am not a rapper.
And I'm retired, you know.
A retired rapper who never made it big.
Exactly, but
My bad, dude.
I was in like the middle tier. I was in the middle tier though.
Mid-tier, yeah.
Because I had songs that played on the radio.
You were the Method Man of your time.
No, not even close. I was just like that person in the city that some people kind of knew, and I just so happened to have a song on the radio.
Yeah, look at that. Oh shit, D got a song on the radio. All right, D, this motherfucker gonna make it big. 10 years later.
Now I'm podcasting. Right.
Now I'm podcasting, throwing out some beats and shit, talking about wicked, motherfucker, what's up?
Right.
Yo, this cat is fucking crazy, yo.
Right. It's just amazing how life changes.
It is. It's amazing how everything just changes. And on change, we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so you want to close this out?
I'll close this out. Goodbye, ladies and gentlemen. This has been an episode of Incompetent Nerds with your hosts, Tank, D, and Mark, who wasn't able to make it today because he's on vacation. If you were wondering that, or if you already listened to the end card of the show. Well, thank you for joining in. All of our information is down below in the description bar. Thank you. And have a good night.
I want to add something else.
I try to be all sexy and shit.
I know.
You gonna go fuck it up with. Also,
I gotta fuck it up. I gotta fuck it up because our audience needs to know while Mark is really gone. Mark has another job, and you know he's a burlesque dancer. So that's what he's doing right now. So shout out to him. Shout out to him doing his dance routine and stuff like that. You know, a really cool guy.
Not really. The motherfucker is in the Grand Canyon base jumping.
No, he's a burlesque dancer. You just gotta tell the truth.
Oh my god. Yeah, Mark Burlesque is on weekends.
Oh shit!
He goes on stage with pasties. With the little feather, like the little tangles, whatever. That it when you pop your chest, it swings.
Yep.
Oh my god. They call him the Italian Stallion on the show.
Oh shit!
And in the beginning and end of the show, he constantly just goes. Brrr.
Oh shit!
And dude, I got a headache. Oh, my head hurts.
Man, that's how we end the podcast.
Oh my god. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.